All right, now we are on. Folks, we want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, depending where you are. We want to say thank you to you, Maybone, to the entire Truth FM there in Liberia. I want to say good good evening, I guess, in Liberia. How are you doing?
Yeah, thank you, Seku. I'm good. Thank God for life. Even though with all of the happenings, around us as people, we stay alive. So we are grateful. We thank God for life.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, I mean, what is the political climate looks like right now in the country? Anything happening? Any happening like yesterday, today? Anything
Oh
new?
yes, oh
You
yes.
want to update us?
Man, as usual. But let me say a pleasant good evening to our listeners. Indeed, thank you so much for those of you that are always knocking on our door. Maybe what happening, and quite recently, our lecture with them on the uh, labor issues and so forth. But indeed, Liberia is good. We're moving. Indeed, I can tell you now that 18 more days to go, and we'll be seeing. Peaceful transition power from another democratic government to another democratic elected government, which of course will be from the CDC to that of the rescue government or the United Party led government. So indeed, Liberians are all gearing up. Yes, with the latest scene, if at the Capitol building, I think that these are that's one of the major happening. The same from the Capitol building where we saw the Senate staffers they're protesting for their benefit or their setting fees, as they call it. They said since September up to December, they haven't received anything of their setting fees. Whenever the president called for extra setting fees, like for example, you say go at my house and he said, maybe I think we're gonna do extra show. So something that will be able to make me to leave from my house, it got to come. So that I think that what they are trying to say. So our common people I just pass by with that. But indeed, so they said they want their certain fee, or else there will be no work done today at the Capitol building, especially at the Senate wing. So indeed, that one what we really saw on today. And apart from that, the cleaning up exercise, yeah, coming from the rescue team, we watched. They are still doing it. They are cleaning up, even though the marketeers in Douala were planning protest before that happened. So thank God, at least that we are grateful to hear that they are cleaning up now in Douala market. So these are major happening, or these are things that is happening, and the transition is ongoing. The transition, the team are working both the outgoing government and the incoming government. They are working, making sure that we have a smooth transition. So
They
the
they are working. We know they are working, but how is the work going, man? I mean, we're hearing a lot of lot of things. I mean, in terms of the inner fight for position. Some people getting angry already. Some people already threatening, and they are giving the paper hard time.
yeah. So
So
that one part, I can tell you for free that indeed that this are thing, this thing will always happen. Like one of the party supporter that has supporter according to him by the name Stanley. You might also talk about 80-20, that in fact the government the incoming government will get 80% of the jobs, and 20% will be given to oppositions. So indeed, that alone can tell you that there will be a lot of fights or fight among them for job as to who will be this, who will be that. And maybe starting from January 22nd, 2024, we may likely see a brand new opposition because because most of them not get job, we can see them now start to crash home. So in this, you are right. They are in-house fights. People are fighting for jobs, where to go, where not to go, who to go there, who not to go there. Every day we hear one of the G's and all the the kind of news coming from there.
so
Even quite
so
recently,
Melbourne, thank you so much for the update. I think we should play a little bit of a video of what happened today at the Capitol building. Let's see what's going on there, and then we can have a conversation on it. How about that?
All right.
I think this is it right here. Let's do this.
Along with General the chairperson on Wisdom Mills, and that of Senator Jimmy Smith, asking us to back off. They want to negotiate with the executive branch to see how we can benefit. And we said there's a risky venture where the president now is asking people to do the hearing of the justice designate and the NRA boss is risky because there will be a dissolution of the Center for Legislature on Tuesday. So what's the guarantee? So we will continue our actions. As you can see, we started the two nominee confirmation. We are concerned about the constitutional call by the president. We've been here in past years. Along with General the chairperson on Wisdom Mills, and that of Senator Jimmy Smith, asking us to back off. They want to negotiate with the executive branch to see how we can benefit. And we said there's a risky venture where the president now is asking people to do the hearing of the justice designate and the NRA boss is risky because there will be a dissolution of the Center for Legislature on Tuesday. So what's the guarantee? So we will continue our actions. As you can see, we started.
Oh yes. Yeah, Segu, you are muted though, so you gotta check
so that was the action today at the legislature, Library Legislature. So maybe what I want to understand, was it the sitting fee when they were called the last time, or is the new one?
I think they are talking about both, according to what I got.
You got remember before the election, they were called.
Yes.
And now, I mean, they are asking for about the people who that they are serving, especially the senators and the representative, because when they say legislative staffers, those people they are staff for different representatives or senators.
Indeed.
So,
and some of the senators are already out.
Their bosses, okay, we want to know whether their bosses receive the sitting fee. And if they receive the sitting fee, why is it that their staffer, didn't get it?
Yes, I like that question. And Seku, this is a kind of system that we have in the country that we keep talking about, right? Like for example, once upon a time, one of the lawmakers was also talking about even when the government gave me $250 for my staffer, I gave my staffer $100. It's my business, So I don't know how come. I'm even confused because we're in this world. They will give you something that, for example, you or Seku, you are a lawmaker, and you say, okay, Johnson, you and the rest of the team, you come to work. Then we'll go to work, and we're not giving anything from you. No, even no food, no transport, nothing. No, then I mean, then they're not inviting to do. So I think there's something ongoing, and those lawmakers, they have to really think that yes, indeed, we owe these people and we got to give them the money because if you listen to that interview, you will hear that someone was talking to them that in fact they should hold their peace. They're going to go to executive, so and so forth. For me, I not trust all of the process because they have from now to Tuesday. If you just listen to one of them saying that yes, indeed, the 54 of legislature get from now to Tuesday. So by Tuesday, that time will be finishing. So we're going to talk
so
for them.
That means if they don't get their money by Tuesday, that means they will not get it.
No. I mean, there'll be no more money for them.
Damn. So what they will do, they will drop the whole process until their money is paid.
Good.
Right? That's what they intend to do, right?
But what they are saying, but one thing again, in that today, what I read was from some of them, look, if you want to hold people accountable, say hold everybody accountable. Right? But to boo other people, and make other people feel that in fact they are good, no, then you are not ready yet for the system to get better. Hold everybody accountable, no matter whether that person may be talking for you people or not. Hold everybody accountable that yes, indeed, that you people not send us, or maybe you people not give us what belongs to us. So we're going to the step. We're going to make sure that in fact you people don't have no setting, and they were right. But to be sharing and maybe holding other people, like in fact other people were good and maybe other people was bad, then for me that they were that they were get problem. So hold everybody accountable.
Wow. I think Abraham. I even forgot to share the link with. Oh my God.
Yeah, I see Steve
with other people. Not when Steve said, everybody else.
Yeah. So
they wouldn't share the link with our Melbourne because Melbourne is on the radio. So my mind went on Melbourne first before anybody else. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I'm sorry, everybody. So Melbourne, why I try to do that? You can take the time to recognize.
Yes, indeed. So you can go for that mini break, and so forth. Indeed, these are happening for us as people. Like I was just saying not too long before Sekou joined us. All of this system that will stop hearing other people, and maybe thinking that maybe we are seeking favor from other people. No, if you do that, then that means you are not setting a good footprint, or maybe then I mean your entire maybe gathering, people will see it as maybe being biased or so forth. So when you are protesting for things, protest so that even until everything that you want can be implemented or can be done. But now the whole other people will say, okay, the other person good, he start booing other people. For me, that's what I saw today, and that was wrong. Don't do that. Don't boo other people. Then you make other people to be feeling good. No, don't do that. If you want to talk to all of them, if you want to boo them, you boo everybody. And if you want to talk to them, you talk to the leadership and say, we want to see the leadership to come and talk to us. And they will come on and talk to you. And I think just be done with and you don't move on. But thank you for the bold step taking. All of these things, Liberia has to get better. And one of the easiest way that Liberia can get better is for all of us as people to put our feet down and remove emotions, feelings, personal, thing with people. Oh, I like this person. For me, I admire of this person. No, let's put Liberia first into any other thing that we want. Let's put Liberia first, because from what I'm seeing right now, if the kind of thing continue, where people be booing other people and be making other people to feel that in fact they are the best and men to feel happy. No, all of these guys in our house, they had their own problem. And McCarthy said that. The former ambassador said that. So all of them in our house, they get problem. So nobody that you will tell them that yes, the other lawmaker is good and the other lawmaker is bad. No. So all of them, they get problem, including Senator Dowd, all of them. So don't be making other people to be feeling bad, or maybe to feel that in fact they are worst, or maybe They have no right to even go in our house. No. So please, Liberians, as we move into another chapter, comes January 22nd, 2024, that move with accountability. That move in with yeah. Steve
Steve is here. Siku is here.
Yeah, Steve.
We are
Steve,
all here, and I think Abraham will be joining us shortly. Brazilian Monk will be joining. Everybody will be joining. I'm the one who made a mistake. I apologize. So, Steve, how are you?
Yeah, Mr. Kaneko. Good afternoon. Melbourne, good evening there. Good afternoon to you and the people of Liberia. Very excited to be alive. Happy New Year again to everyone, to our viewers and our listeners. Happy New Year. Tomorrow we'll be on again by the grace of God. But let me greet the Liberian people as always, the most important people on earth. Most important Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. Mr. Kane, I know we're going to come back to the local politics in Liberia, but around the world, it's crazy. Iran seemed to have been attacked. They're one of the generals that passed away the other time that was killed in an airstrike during the Trump era or his presidency, Soleimani. To his graveside, there seemed to be some terrorist attack that went on there. 100 people, as of this morning when I was reading and listening, 100 people are already dead. Hezbollah is also threatening that if the Hamas and Israel war continues, the fight continues, it will escalate. So around the world, a lot of things are happening. In the United States, our own drama is unfolding. I think if you can remember this guy who had the sexual things going on that hung himself a certain time, they try to keep the listing of those who were involved or those who were in his cycle and so forth. And one of our former president didn't show up too, Bill Clinton. I think many of you can remember Bill Clinton with Monica Lewinsky situation back in the days. Other people, names are there. Former President Donald Trump, even though he's not directly involved, but his name was mentioned as one of the associate. Oprah Winfrey also, so a lot of people put a name coming on there with involving a sexual scandal with little children on the island. This is very disturbing. This is very, very concerning. On the other hand, from the political side, the Supreme Court in the United States also is under huge pressure and observation because they are supposed to rule in a case with Colorado who took President Donald Trump off the primary on a ballot. So that means people in that state will not vote for him in the election if everything stands. But the Supreme Court has to provide a ruling on that if it's constitutional. So Melbourne, we in Liberia, the people get their own rigmarole going on there. But in the United States and around the world, a lot of nonsense, beautiful nonsense, war killings and stuff are going on, my man. So it's not easy.
Yes,
the earth is very
most of the news. Thank you so much also for updating our people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the word is very tense. I won't lie to you. The word is very tense right now. A lot of things going on. A lot of fighting, a lot of threats, and so on and so forth. But coming down to the local politics in Liberia, we have been following what's going on. We've been paying keen attention. Listen to Akaras Gray, Representative Akaras Gray from District 8 in Monrovia or Montserrato. I listened to his podcast yesterday. I think it's something to really, really digest. We'll talk a little deeper about it a little bit tomorrow, but just to throw hints that the political quote-unquote war or game that the Unity Party wants to play, if they play it, it could stall or hold the presidency or the swearing in of Jose Yuman Boakai on the 22nd. And they can do that constitutionally because you need a certain number of lawmakers to have a quorum. And mind you, the CDC is still in power and they still have connections and influences. And so this whole Musa Dean, Samara Wolokoli thing that these guys are playing with, And I mean, like you were saying earlier, Milborn. Look, look, look. Let us usher in the new government. Let's move the country forward. All these small shenanigans, they're not important. They're not important. And this politics making the country already starting to be tense because people now have started to take side. We long past the whole election and the small noise or whatever it is. Rebuilding this country will mean we'll have to work together. And if we have to do that, then we cannot be infusing politics and the small games into this. If not so, look, the country is already noisy, it's already tense. Where today again, fire broke out somewhere.
Yes.
The after tomorrow fire, So all of these things, look, folks, the country too small to be giving people hard time. We need to move forward if we're going to move forward. Again, I'll say it. We need to move forward and we're going to be moving forward because all of these small political games, it has ramifications, So, I mean, this is problematic. This is troubling. Yes, we know the timing was not right, President George Weah, for the nomination, even though he said he was not going to do any nomination. But we can also use everything to make it political. Yeah. Unity Party, you are coming to take power. You don't want to come take power with social noise. You will need to work with CDC. Look, we can't start the country like this. The new government, we can't start it with noise. Because, we're hearing different news and information about the inauguration. People are planning protests. They won't make it noisy. They won't make it. Look, it's not necessary, folks. It's not necessary. So, I've come to add my voice to the voices of many Liberians around the world, to the Unity Party, to the CDC. Y'all rest your body. Y'all rest your body. Y'all rest your bodies. And to the staff force, let me say this. Like Melbourne was saying, you have a legitimate case and a legitimate claim. Please don't allow any group of people to use you to politicize this thing. Don't do it. Because at the end of the day, you will be the losers because if you do this thing from a political standpoint, these guys want to also exert politics, and this 54th legislature is gone by next week, guess what? You will more likely so not get your pay. So you want to be strategic about it. Void of politics. We understand that the government owes you money. The government needs to pay your money. That is critically important. But don't use any kind of political thing in this thing. Keep your eyes on the ball. Make sure you make the case for your money. That the thing you work for, try to get it. Lead the politics. The politics bidding you play it. Politics will be there. You'll lead the politics. You'll lead the politics and you'll go directly for what you want. Everything cannot be political in the country. We can't live in a country where everything is political, it's divided, and I mean, folks, we need to come on. We definitely need to come on. We need to come on, we need to move forward, and this country needs to move forward. Those of you who are feeling this thing and making it known that this is about CDC and this is about, especially those of you who are from the Unity Party, let me say this, you got everything to lose. Those of you who support Jose Yuma Boakai or supported him during the election, you got everything to lose because, mind you, you are about to be the governing party. You are no longer oppositions and making the case. That one thing to be opposition and another thing for you to be the ruling party.
Mm-hmm.
You
Indeed.
have the mantle of authority now, and it will be official on the 22nd. You want to thread differently. You want to transition from that quote-unquote opposition. You see how it took CDC hard time? That's some of the things that gave CDC problem. They were so stuck in the opposition mindset for 12 years that they behave as though they were opposition to themselves. So in some cases and in some areas, they undermine themselves. They undermine their own government by the way they behaved, by the things they did, some of the things they said. To the Unity Party led administration, those of you who support the Unity Party, this is time to be more tolerant. This is time to be more friendly. This is time to be, much more open-minded, engaging. Again, you will have a lot to lose. So you want to ensure that you are coming to power, on a level head. You don't want to be coming to power with this mentality that you thinking that you stay fighting your opposition, you will get in the fight move. You won't be in the fight mood. To be honest, it's not necessary. It's not necessary, folks. So we're begging you, let's take this easy. Let's do this transitional thing. Let's move this country forward. The world is noisy. Nobody got time to pay attention to Liberia right now. Any small noise in Liberia, you'll handle it by yourself. You don't want that. You don't want that. There's a kind of, there's so many things that I've been thinking about, to inform our people saying we're on the radio. Let's handle the thing peacefully.
Yeah, so you're right. Right now, we don't want any noise in Liberia. We don't want anything that will create any noise in our country, because you know what? You see what's happening right now in Ukraine? Because of what happened in Israel, it took away the attention from Ukraine. And what's going on between Israel and Hezbollah and Hamas is taking the attention of the world.
Yep.
So nobody even paying a lot of attention right now to Ukraine, and as a result, Putin and Russia are taking advantage of that. There have been a lot of damages in Ukraine right now, and if people are busy in Ukraine, in Israel, in Palestine, in Lebanon,
especially world leaders,
a lot of people don't even go to.
Especially world leaders.
A lot of world leaders don't even going to pay attention to what's going on in Liberia.
Yep.
So we should be very, very careful. We should put our country first, as always. We should actually graduate from the campaign mode and behave as responsible adult, peace-loving Liberians, so that we can now all move, this country forward. I think the politics is going to be serious moving forward. This is just the beginning, and I believe it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly. It's going to start with the Unity Party people among themselves, and then after that is going to be new opposition, and it seems like people who are going to be disenfranchised from the Unity Party, people that will not get jobs, people that have their expectation very high, they may not get a job, and they may not see what they expect. They're going to form the first group of opposition to the government. They're going to start making noise. They're going to start attacking. They're going to start doing all kinds of stuff. And then you have the CDC part of it. CDC right now, they don't know where they are going. They don't know what's going on. They're still looking for leadership. And they are divided. Some of them think they will be accommodated in the new government. Some of them believe they have some friends that will, make way for them.
And they're already working on the ground. Who knows?
That's what I'm telling you, because some of them help this Unity Party also.
Indeed.
The CDC help the Unity Party. But the extent to which the whole appointment will go, we don't know. So, Steve, let's brace for a lot of noise in the country, not noise like people fight each other with gun or with knife, but political fight will continue. But something that actually have captured my mind, Steve, and Melbourne lately, why is it that we having fire upon fire everywhere and every day? If fire not burning house, fire burning car, something happening. What's going on with all this full fire thing? It's so scary.
Yeah, Mr. Kane,
every day. Is it like somebody behind it? Because the last time, I remember a few years back, people were throwing petrol bomb. People were putting gas and sand and and some stuff in it and throwing on people where it will cause heavy fire.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The government got to be very careful. The incoming government, the outgoing government, they got to collectively work together to see what is behind the whole fire thing. Everywhere, every time, fire here and there, fire here and there, creating a lot of damages, destroying life and property. It's so scary to me.
So, Mr. Kane, I think just before I leave, I want to make a statement that I think maybe we all can take a retrospect. During the 6 years of the CDC leadership in the country, one of their disastrous marks has always surrounded fire. If you really pay keen attention, it's always surrounded fire. Now, this is not to say that we're accusing anyone of deliberately or so, but at this point, we should have learned based on other incidences that happened in the previous years of the CDC regime. We should have learned how to mitigate, avoid, or prevent some of these fires. To be very honest, at this point, fire should not be a major of concern for us as people now. Because you remember when the CDC started off, the Muslim kids and family member that passed,
yeah,
it was fire.
Mm-hmm.
It was due to fire. People lost properties, their lives, and other things. It was due to fire too as well. In so many different instances, to the point where in government institutions and other places and all fire places, fire caught there. So yes, it's a serious concern, this issue of fire, and maybe it's time for us to pay attention to fire services, the electrical processes in the country, wire connections and other things, because the issue of fire, Mr. Kane, we really have, as a country, we really have no way of addressing it so far. I haven't seen a way of addressing it. Fire will catch here and they will start yelling, before the fire services people can come, the damage has already been done, maybe 90%. So this is concerning, Mr. Kane. I agree with you. This issue of fire, we must be able to find a way around it. If we need to train people, if we need to invest in it, we need to do it. But fire, and fire in our country, almost on a daily basis, it's becoming scary, it's becoming concerning, and we need to put measure in place. I also understand.
Yeah, but Steve, your concern about mitigating the problem, that's one. But I'm talking about the origin of it. Where is those fire coming from all the time, every day? I mean, do they need to investigate to find out whether this is a man-made disaster or these are natural disasters? I mean, what is it? That's my concern. Because, I mean, it could be, I could be wrong, but this thing could be something that is orchestrated by people just to create problem. Because we have experienced it before. I remember when the petrol bomb thing was on the rise everywhere, my man. Everywhere you go, people will be sleeping. Some people will create that petrol bomb and throw it on your house while people sleeping. So we need proper security. We need proper investigation. We need security to be actually parading the city. But for the fact that we see nobody investigating anything. People just worry when it happens. Y'all can't fire. That's it.
What, Mr. Kane?
They're being destroyed.
Mr. Kane, let me clarify this, right? And somebody asked a question earlier and say, you're saying that CDC creating the fire. No, not necessarily. I said the increase of fire issues within the past 6 years under the CDC administration. If you look at it for it increased, right? There could be different factors, but let's say we're saying, I agree with him that proper investigation needs to be done to ensure measures are in place. And this responsibility now will fall on this incoming government. And part of the recommendations that we are making is to ensure that this is prioritized, and the proper measures are taking place or put in place to ensure that, this thing does not escalate. Maybe the CDC could not figure it out within 6 years. That's fine. But we have a government that's coming. It should be a priority. It can't be something that would just be left undone or have a lackadaisical approach, because it has the propensity to destroy lives and property very, very fast. The issue of fire, very, very fast. So that's our recommendation to the incoming administration. On top of the other things that they have planned, they can incorporate this, because the issue of fire is an emergency issue and it needs to be a priority. So we are just shedding light on it to ensure that it's taken care of. But Mr. Kane, I have to go out, follow the show here. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys.
No problem. Thank you so much, Steve. So, Saros, welcome. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, Mr. Kano. Thank God for life. And let me say good evening to all of our Sktv family. And I bring with me remains the most beautiful with me. And I bring people are the most important people. This is the reason Sktv comes on every day. Yeah, I'm good. I'm exhausted, but I'm good. Thank God for life.
Okay. So, this whole idea of fire, I mean, everywhere nowadays, almost every day that passes, you see, if it's not fire on a car, fire on a truck, fire on, some kind of house. And for every time it happens, people die. All life, all property are destroyed. So what is going on? Do you actually know whether or not the government is actually investigating these things and trying to find out what is actually happening here?
Mr. Kano, I don't think the government is investigating, because if the government were doing
Yeah,
investigating,
I'm
the
not gonna
government would
I'm
come
not
out
trying
with
to
a
point the finger at CDC government, or maybe I'm not also trying to point finger at the incoming government, whoever is doing it, or I mean, whether or not they need to investigate to find out whether or not this is actually a natural disaster or this is something made by men. But
Mr. Kano, sometimes sometimes it's alarming. But I will tell you this for free. Like when we go back to education, I think, and again, the fire service is not equipped. The Ministry of Fire Service, how much are they carrying home as a budget, a national
say the
budget
fire
and a
service
budget?
department.
One of the things, the fire service department, they are not equipped with the requisite when it comes to the financial aspect, logistical aspect. And again, the fire service department is not educating the people. But right, all houses in this country should be using fire extinguisher. There's a kind of that when the fire starts, they will not escalate. But I bet you in Liberia, how many people out of 100%, 60%, let me say not 60, 80% Liberian or 90% Liberian do not know how to use fire extinguisher.
Yeah. What's happening? Is your signal good?
Yes, sorry. My network.
Yeah.
90%. Yeah, I'm a network. 90% Liberians do not know how to use fire extinguishers in this country. So it's becoming alarming. And the government need to investigate what the problem. Is it out of ignorance that people, people are not being taught in their homes? What are the prevention that they should, some people can leak cannot. Some people, there are a lot of things. Some people, they will crack it later, especially the explosive one, and they will leave the water, and then the water will dry in it, and the bucket catch on fire. Those are the things that people need to be educated to, and the fire service, they're not equipped in terms of financial support. They do not have the logistical support, and the government also is not even investigating what is going on, as to know, what the problem of the or the causes of this, outbreaks of fire, to mitigate, to mitigate the entire fire outbreak, because it's only becoming Liberians are losing their lives in the process every other time. So I think these are the problems.
Maybe before
Yes.
we leave.
So, yeah, indeed. Thank you. I like that question, and I know maybe your entire or maybe thinking will go straight to what happened in the community, right? And
Yeah.
if you look at the structure, I think, uh, you know, I don't know, but sometimes we say because of poverty, people build horses near each other, especially when you kind of more seeing horses, living, kind of horses like my brother was talking about, and maybe you have electricity, you look when you kind of wire, the wire system, and the receptacles, all of the substance things, and you just have it on. Sometimes it can be the cause of some of the fire thing I was talking about, like for example, letting or cannot leaving cattle on going out, sometimes mistakenly, or even the thing how they call mosquito coil. So mosquito coil can also cause fire. So I think our people need to be educated on how to use all of these things, how to go about with them. Because from now on, the way we build horses here in Liberia, I think it's just terrible. No road, no direction, nobody telling you nothing. We just build horses side by side. Like, I don't even know, but indeed, when it comes to the fire business, I think it needs awareness, it needs support. National government have to pay more attention to the fire service and make sure that they are empowered. But for example, those people that have vehicles, what are vehicles sometimes get on fire, sometimes are just negligence for me. I call that one negligence. They don't want to service their own vehicles. They don't want to look after their own vehicles. So seeing a vehicle catching on fire, that means because of you now paying attention to your car or maybe to your vehicle. So for me, I think national government have to pay more attention to the fire service. Yeah. So folks, we have almost 2 more minutes or 3 more minutes to go, and we'll be leaving the team on the platform, and we'll be taking our break for the news. So indeed, please, fire service, if you are listening, I know that you have a low budget and you've been complaining here and there. The problem is just too much. And I hope and pray that as we enter into the new government, all of these things will be looked at carefully, and the new government will be able to put priorities, because these are priorities. Fire service just remain dormant. Nobody cares whether they have justice, whether they have faith. Nobody cares. So we hope and pray that fire service will be looked at, and because fire service is one of the government agencies also that need to be looked at carefully, because lives involved. Because when there's fire, by the time you call fire service, you want it to come over. But other than that, because sometimes when you call them, they say, oh, we don't have the kind of logistic. Like for example, Painesville. We live right in Painesville, and so quick. Okay, so you just take the time, because I really want to talk about Painesville and other fire service. Fire service have no branches to say that, for example, they have branch in Painesville where when you call them immediately, you're going to get them. So all these things, government have to look at fire service carefully.
So since we don't have enough time on the radio anymore, we apologize. I've been busy lately, and I think we need to do something there. When the show time comes, Melbourne and Tara, all the guys in Labrador, they can just start the show, because
you
don't have to wait for me to come before the show can go on. So now the people in Labrador, they want to be following the show. They want to be actually, So I think we have to work this behind the scene. When I'm not available, when Steve is not available, the show got to be on, and it has to be on time. Got to go on time. Right. Yeah. So we apologize to our audience in Liberia for cutting it short. We stay here. If you are following on YouTube, or you are following on Sktv Lib, or you are on Instagram, or you are on my personal page, I think my personal page is getting some attention now. People, what happened yesterday? Maybe I unblocked 280 people. Pretty much I unblocked everybody that were blocked. So let's get this Melbourne out. Charles, can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Khan, I can hear you now. Quite you are muted.
Okay, so I want to talk about something with regards to this whole fire service thing. The first thing we should be concerned about And all of these things is about, they are all about our security of the people in the country. Even the 911 system is not in Liberia. If it's there, it's not functional. In Liberia, and let's say in other countries, like say America here, if something happened, you call 911. You don't have to tell them where you are. They will locate you through GPS. They will just come there strictly to know what's going on. In Liberia, if something happens, you call the police, they say you must come back gas first. Buy gas first before the police can show up. In Liberia, if you call the police midnight, nobody will show up. They will say, yeah, we're looking at plenty, we ain't got plenty people on show. Yeah, somebody will come in the morning. So those are important things. That means if you are in Liberia, you buy a house, let's say somewhere outside of the city, and then you are attacked by armed robbers, by criminals, nobody's going to come to your aid. You can't call 911 for people to show up. In Liberia, if you call the police people on the phone, they either tell you, say, nobody here. As a matter of fact, most of the police depot, they never had their own cars. Can you imagine? In America here, every police officer that will go out there, they get police assigned car to them. I'm not saying every police department. I'm not saying every police depot. Every police officer, individual officer, either they get a motorbike or they get a car assigned with them every time when they're on duty. Our people, they invest more money on their personal ventures. They invest more money to make themselves happy than investing the money into the country. Imagine having whole police zone. Police depot are the small one. The zone are the biggest one. Whole police zone, so they got one car. The zone that will control, let's say, for example, zone 4. I'm not in Liberia now, but the time I used to be there. Zone 4, let's say, supermarket, that police station are there. That one used to be the police station that will control the entire Ghana Bay and its surrounding. Then one of the zone 1 used to be the one in, I don't know, Dollar area there. That one used to be zone 1, where Solo used to be there. So zone 1 at Dollar. Yeah, zone 1 at Dollar. So like somebody will look at the whole police zone that control the whole city only one car. And I used to have a lot of friends in the police up to now. I say the small, the young one, I don't know most of them. But most of the guys, they're top guy, that were in the police. They used to complain that they themselves don't even have car. So when emergency happens, there's no car for the police people to show up. I used to have a brother who used to be a police commando. Friends have to send him car from here for you to get a car to move around. Even the zone, they wouldn't have one car. If one group of people go on operation somewhere, there's no car available. What kind of country is this, man? And they're boasting, coming to America, going to other part of the world, enjoying themselves, when it takes more money to equip these departments. Small money. Where in the world you have police with no car? That empower the criminals. If the police people can't even get car to go and attend to calls, no car. And in the daytime, if you walk to go to the police station to go complain, before they even go and effectuate any arrest, they will tell you to pay to give gas money. The victim, they're asking the victim to give them money before they can go and arrest the perpetrator. That's how things look like in Liberia. So if you can't take care of those common things, those little things, I don't even know people they call themselves educated people, smart people, and they are in government. I don't even know how they are living, how they sleep at night. Because you can't say you know something and common things, you can take care of them. Little things. Every police depot should have at least minimum of 10 cars. 10 cars. You're wasting money on your girlfriend. Stealing our money every day, building houses for yourself. And the people security, you don't care about that. Empowering the security sector is very important. And the reason why the police people there, they on the street, they're taking money from people every day, because the salary is not even enough. Salary is just small. So they have to take money from people to
It's not
survive.
just the salary, not even enough, Mr. Kanye. The salary is not even coming today. Today, in fact, the confirmation hearing at the Senate for the two nominees by the president were postponed. That is the nomination for uh, Samuel Wolokoli, the deputy boss of finance. They were postponed, and the nomination for the Attorney General of Liberia, that is Councillor Frank Musa Dean, they were postponed. In fact, the chairman on judiciary, who is Bani Sharma, he was there for 2 hours and he had to leave. He postponed that because he is the chairman on judiciary. He's supposed to steer that committee for the confirmation hearing of the nomination, the nomination of the outgoing Justice Minister, Councillor Frank Musadi, who were nominated by the president to be, associate justice on the Supreme Court bench, and also Samuel Wadukali, who were nominated by the president to be the boss of LRA, to replace Tomo Dona, the seat of the late, boss of Liberia Revenue Authority. That was disrupted today, and the the staff house of the Senate, who is headed by Charles Brown, is very steadfast in this protest. They also said they will continue this protest until their just benefit are given, because they say by law, for extra sitting, the staff house should receive 2 times of what they received as their pay, and they didn't receive that. They did not receive that. They did not receive that. They did not receive that
I think
before
I think I
for
think you
December.
I think you are being distracted by something over there.
Yeah,
So it's okay.
yeah,
But let me
yeah.
say
They
let
did
me
not
let
they
me
did not receive that. Okay, let me just Mr. Kanye did not receive that for December and January, 2 extra sitting. So they demanding that, and according to them, it has always been happening. Today, Maurice Setuma, the outgoing senator of Bon County, Bomi County, I think Bon County or Bomi County, one of it. But that is Bomi County, who is the chairman on Ways, Ways, Means and Finance, who's supposed to chair the confirmation hearing of, the nomination of uh, Samuel Worokoli, the deputy finance boss. Uh, Today he was around up to 6. The staff was even asking out of his office, which the videos will be uploaded. They recorded them, and a lot of them complained that he's been very wicked to even his people who work in his office, and and also to that of all of the senators. They also said that, and they are very determined in continuing this protest up to Tuesday, because Tuesday the 54th legislature will be closing, and when they come back, it'll be a new, then they will start with the 56th legislature. That means all of the new elected senators and representatives will be coming back to the House. But they are very determined. We asked them today if as to if it's political motivated. They said no. They don't have any problem allowing these senators to carry out the confirmation hearing and the confirmation as well. They don't have a problem once they received what is, you know, what belongs to them. That is their just benefit from the two extra sitting. Once they receive that, and each of the two extra sitting is 10 days each, 10 days each. So they say once they receive that, they do not have problem. They will allow the senators, and it is the business of the senator to carry out their constitutional duty. But until then, they will disrupt every session today. They were accusing the senator today of receiving money from the president. According to them, there is this double standard again that is ongoing. The president this process that the two people will be confirmed. And for this reason, the senators are horribly
We're sorry. It looks like Saros has some connection problem there. I think let me remind our people. Yesterday we attempted to raise $400 to take care of something for Sktv there in Liberia, and we were lucky. We raised about $240. So we were left with $160. So we are still looking for that money. We said we couldn't get the whole thing yesterday. We can finish it up today. So Saros, going back to what we were doing yesterday, I just reminding our people. Just remind our people yesterday we didn't get the whole money yesterday. And
we
sent it to Labro. I think you're aware of that. We sent it to Labro already. But we need the rest of the money. We need the $160. That's what we need. We didn't complete the 400 yesterday, so we need it right now. If anybody get $25, $30, $100, whatever you can get to send it to Sktv, we'll take it. If not, that's also okay. We'll try. We'll stay for ourselves. So go ahead and say what you were saying, because you just conclude what you were saying. I got something to say about some of these things too.
Yeah. So some of the senators are receiving bribery from the president. They received the extra sitting benefits. The staffer said today the senators received the extra sitting benefit, including the staffers. They ate that, and the money they were depending on the bribery from the president. But the president is holding this $1.5 million. He's saying the president is not sure that if he gave this money to the senators, it will confirm their people, because he is going, they have less than 15 days to be in power. So they are not sure as to if the money is given to the senators, they will confirm the two nominees. So they take the chance. The senator too, they are not sure that if the president, because the president said they should confirm them, and he will give the 1.5 million. But they've been promised bribery, according to staffers today, at the grounds of the Capitol building. So it's 50-50 chance. The executive is playing the legislature is playing the executive. They are not sure of one another. So the president has not given the money. The president wants these two people to be confirmed, and then the money will be given. And the senators too, they we are.
Yeah, I tell you, your signal is really, really bad today. I don't know who keep calling you.
So that's where we are, Mr. Kane. My network is fluctuating, so I will just give you time.
The network is bad today. So yes, thank you, Saros. I needed more information on that, because you were saying some things that are very, very important. But for some reason, we are having.
No, 1 second.
You see, so I was going to ask you about this information, about this whole $1.5 million information. Was this an allegation by the staffers, or do we have some fact to that effect that, okay, we are, we just lost Saros. So, there are a lot of things that we believe that the Liberian government is supposed to focus on, but they are not focusing on them. Because we are talking about security of our people, that's why we made mention of this whole police thing. Like in America here, the police departments are also like fire departments. People are recruited, trained, and give them proper logistics. They are ready to take any challenge. Anywhere there's a fire, outbreak of fire, they will be there 24/7. As a matter of fact, when there's an accident somewhere, the fire service people that can come to perform CPR or whatever you call it, all the medical thing, they are prepared, sitting there waiting. Like, say, for example, most of the gas company, whether it's ExxonMobil, whether it's Chevron, or all the other people most of them, they get special fire service company with them. They have their own fire service people there. When there's outbreak of fire anywhere, they will go there, and any of their depot or any of their center, they'll go there and take care of it. Also, every city in America here, they got their fire department. Monserrado, Monrovia City is supposed to have their own fire department. Pittsburgh is supposed to have their own fire department. Harrisburg is supposed to have, they have the money. The money is there in the country, but they eat it. They take it for themselves. They don't even believe that the Liberian people deserve the money. They take the money for themselves and they don't invest the money into the people. For example, the reason why a lot of people can die when they go to get their children, a lot of women, they can die when they go to give birth, is because of the same reason. They are not paying the people who are doing the work. The equipments are not available. When somebody say you go to the hospital in Liberia, they will lay you down. They will say you've got to come pay the money first. You got to come pay for their glove. You got to pay for everything before they can even touch the patient. That is because of lack of leadership. People who are giving the leadership are just there to eat money from the country. They care less about the people. Imagine in a country where you have less than 5 million people, or maybe a little over 5 million people. People there taking money for themselves, but they can't afford to take care of those people. When you hear some money needs, you'll be surprised. One time we're having some conversation about somebody being the boss for maritime. The maritime boss, when we were told, said they were getting, I don't know how many $1 million a year. I don't know, 10 million or 15 million, something like that. We were talking about that. Somebody said, no, that's not true. They said, oh, but the maritime is the one that bringing more money in the country. So the person who's running the maritime supposed to get that much money. If you look at Liberia, the budget of Arizona is bigger than the budget of Liberia. California, Liberia budget can go into California maybe 20 times. But Liberian legislators, the senator and representative in Liberia, they got more money. They get their pay more than the representative in a year of America. The entire United States, the representative then, they get less money than Liberian representative then. But the people in the country, they're not concerned about that. They only there running behind each other, CDC, UP, this and that, blah, 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 all kind of stupid stuff. When they're supposed to be concerned about those things. Why is it that the country with no money is giving more money to their government workers than the country that got the largest economy in the world? Can you imagine? So the money is there. And all of them could reduce their salary, especially those are the highest up, whether it's representative, whether it's, the speaker, deputy speaker, President Putin, all the other parties, they could just reduce their salary. Even by $500 United States dollar, you're getting $15,000. But $500. If there are how many people? 103, right? There are 103 people, right?
Yeah, 103.
Even by $1,000, times 103. That's $103,000 a month. Times 12. $1,236,000. If they reduce all the workers, all the representatives, so-called representative and senator, they reduce their salary by $1,000. Labra will be getting 1 million plus. You think that $1,236,000 can buy car for all the hospitals?
They do. Of course, yes.
That can buy car for all the clinic. That will be able to get car for all the police depot. Maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 cars. Maybe 10 cars minimum. But they are there eating the money. They say no money in the country. Sometimes when you blame the people, you also go back to these people there. Or to the people, the common people themselves. You guys are the one that are enabling these people. You are aiding and abetting them to do what they are doing to the country. Because you don't care about that. You're there fighting for them. You don't care about the safety. You don't care about your well-being. You don't care about your woman, your wife when she delivers. Nobody pay attention to them. You don't care when you have accident, you go to the hospital, nobody going to attend to you until you pay them money. You don't care about all of that. You won't care. They will tell you, say, they don't want us to make money, so you can come beg us for money. People that will go and beg for money, they get them $20, they get them $10, they get them $50 here and there. To you, that's big money. But if they could actually reduce the salary, imagine when you call in 911, then some police show up in 10 minutes, in 5 minutes, in 1 hour. Imagine you go to the police station, you go ask for police service. Nobody asks you for money. They say, let's go. Imagine you take your child to the hospital, they take that child, they start treating that child before they even ask you for money. Imagine that. But you don't care about any of those things. All you care about, you go and battle crowd, a man that away to say just that. So just for chicken change, just for somebody to give you $10, $5. But you don't care about the real thing, the basic necessity, things that are easy and common everywhere around the world. They're nothing to you. Imagine if $1,000 is taken from lawmakers a month, how much that would do for Liberia? What about the ministers? Imagine we told you here that Jefferson Koji, for almost 3 years or 4 years, was receiving $50,000 a month for the city, besides his own salary. 50,000 US dollar a month. How many cars the city police get? How many cars that are in Liberia there? How many trucks we have in Liberia that they can clean the city?
Mr. Ghana, now to call you out there, not just trucks, the uniform of the city police, the uniform. And let me get out of it, then I can let you continue. Today, something even happened at the Capitol building. Why? The legislative staff were protesting for their money. They seen guys from the CDC COP that were ordered by members of the C, national executive members of the CDC at the U.S. embassy who are beat and molested Christopher Waters Susulu. Today they even went at the Senate. The Senate security and the Sergeant at Arms had to put them out. While staffers were there, they went to obstruct the process. Imagine that today. There was commotion between them and the security. So tomorrow they said they will go there again. We don't know why the protest will turn. It might escalate. Today almost escalate. And they were there. Imagine today. I will send you a video. The chairman of executive, most of our counties, Senator Sir Joseph, were threatening the chairman for legislative staff, Charles Brown. I even took his number. We'll bring him here on Sktv. Threatening Charles Brown that he will order people to beat him if he don't leave his office. Because they might do any clandestine thing, so you should go home. He said,
Yeah, I said we're still having some issue with your network, correct? Or you okay
he
now?
asked, no, I call coming here. He threatened the guys that he will beat them if they don't leave in front, they don't leave his office. But like I always told you, the Liberian people are their own problem. Until the Liberian people realize and start to be honest and love themselves. Because these people will do wrong things and you continue to overwhelmingly elect them. The only time we see Liberian coming out to be aggrieved and anger their frustration through protest when it happens to them personally. That is being selfish. Imagine the kind of money these legislators are carrying home. Look at the calculation you do. If the money were put into the health sector or into fire service or into the police, we will not have the high crime rate. We will not have the high death rate at the hospitals. That the hospital will tell that no medication. They'll be telling us that there is no pay. Say the police. Imagine the kind of money the coach is taking and the city is this kind of dirty. So the people are the problem. If Liberians can start loving themselves, will come out. And because Article 1 of the Liberian Constitution, that is the fundamental law of the country, it says the power is inherited in the people. And the same constitution gave right to free assembly. The Liberian people were subjecting these people to do the right thing. The kind of people will not be doing these things they're doing. But everybody got their own devil to protect in Liberia. That is the problem of this country. Liberians do not like themselves.
Okay.
Not
Let me say this to you. In the first 3 years of our government, went up to 4 years before IMF came in to start working with the central bank. $50,000 a month times 3 years. That's 1,800,000. So when the thing is that these boys they build these, they build that, they build it. When United States talking about corruption, the thing they don't know. The people know. When IMF is working with you, damn, United States know what's going on. So imagine Jefferson Koji receiving $50,000 a month for 3 years. Besides his personal salary, they say they were using it on the city to clean the city. When we alarm about it, they say it was a lie. When IMF went in, the IMF pushed up to it. And not only Jefferson Koji, even Thomas Fala, beside the $15,000 they were getting for their salary as a legislator, he was also getting $10,000 extra from Central Bank and a $10,000 extra from Maritime, because they own the CDC. Similarly, McGill and some other people. Imagine. So the Liberian people were kind of tired with these things, but the problem our people have is that they care less about people that are stealing their money. As long as they can give them a crop, they're fine. You know, today we started the show late. We've been here 1 hour, 15 minutes, but our normal time, already passed. And this is time we stop the show mostly. But we apologize for starting late. We just have to sometimes come on the show when we have to. And Sarah, let me check. I'm not sure if we'll be able to raise that money for the $140. I'm not seeing anything coming here. Maybe tomorrow or next time. But unless you have something else to say, we can call it a day.
Yeah, Mr. Kane, yes. So, I mean, like, to our SKTV follower, we say thank you very much for following SKTV. And we want to encourage you to support SKTV. We are at a critical juncture that SKTV needs to be more functional. And in order for SKTV to be more functional, I will tell you this for a fact. SKTV needs your support, both financially, morally, in any way you can support. Yes, so let me say thank you to all of our followers. We love you. You are the best, and you have been very committed to SKTV. And SKTV is here to stay. We're here to bring you how the news come, the raw facts, with the undiluted facts, because SKTV is respected for credibility, the true information dissemination, and integrity and independence in bringing the news to you, in bringing the happenings in our country to you.
So I'm sorry.
So,
So from the once was what 160? So somebody just get sent $25. So it's no longer 160. Now it's like what? $135?
this, no. Anyway, 160
Yeah,
is
160 for the
185.
25.
185.
No, 135 left.
Oh,
We did
135. Oh, I
we did
thought you saying
160.
we adding the money. Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
we
you said
did.
we adding it.
No,
I
no,
didn't
no.
know we subtracting
Every
it. It's
customer we gotta
135.
we gotta subtract it. So now we need
Oh,
about
yeah, yeah.
135.
135. Yeah,
So
sure.
yeah, somebody
So,
give
yeah, let me say thank you to our people, and we are here to stay. We'll always do. And tomorrow we'll come from the capital building. Let me tell you, when SKTV LRB come on, let's share the show while we stay away. SKTV official page should come on. And Mr. Khan, let me put you on the spotlight. You always donate to me. I'm not trying to do it to you yet. We need to put SKTV official page back. The time
Okay,
is reaching that
we
SKTV
will
should be
do.
more functional.
We, we,
Yes.
we will do. We will do. And but it's better to do it right than to do something in a rush. But we will.
Yeah.
And what our people need is information. We are still giving them information. So the name, whatever. Let me tell you something. We have more people following SKTV original page than any other page we have.
Yes.
So we have 457,000 followers there.
Yeah.
So we are gonna something is not right. Somebody trying to do something funny, but we're gonna make sure we take care of it. My computer being going like off and on dramatically, like it will go like psh, and then it comes back on. But yes, thank you to this person that sent the $25. Let me see. For no name, the person said no name. Yeah, but the person is normal, is the usual donor and supporter of SKTV. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. So yeah, like I was saying, both my personal page and Sktv Lib, they are doing wonderful. Let me see here. Okay. Yeah. So I want to make sure. I apologize. Yeah. So thank you, everybody. Thank you. We'll be here tomorrow, and hopefully Steve will be here tomorrow on time. Tomorrow is Friday, right?
Yeah, tomorrow is Friday.
Okay. So maybe the rest 135, maybe we'll get it tomorrow. Since Friday, that's the time people can always donate to SKTV. So Friday we will definitely, be here and we'll as if so Saturday, once we get it done, you'll hear from us.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, man. Thank you, everybody. We love you and we'll see you
So
tomorrow.
let's talk quick behind the scene before you leave.
Okay, yeah. Let me off the show first.